I know gold is not in her. She's a diamond.
So hello everyone, welcome to the latest video from Mediumcharliekelly on the Masterclass series. And I was asked again, but this time it was in public. I was stopped outside a venue that I went to watch a medium. It was in the London area. I don't need to give the name, it's not about the medium in question really. But the demonstration took place, and then at the end a Q&A was offered. At the end of the demonstration, it was a really expensive ticket to go along to watch this medium at a very prestigious venue, and I was interested in the Q&A part of it at the end, so that's why I went along. Unfortunately, it wasn't the greatest event, because the questions that were being asked were of a psychic nature. You know, will I move? I'm about to change my job. Is everything going to be okay? In my own opinion, I don't think that was what a Q&A was designed for at the end of a demonstration, stroke talk, stroke lecture. But that's just my opinion, and I'm allowed the opinion just like you are. But one woman asked the medium in question that night, why every time do I go to a one-to-one scenario or a demonstration, why do I never get the communicator that I want to hear from? Why do they never come through? Why are they not speaking to me? And obviously there's many mechanics behind that. You know, we're there to fulfill or to give a voice to the voiceless, for the people that have passed on to the spirit world. And so we've got this maybe need and want scenario that we have to cover. So it's not who you want, it's who you need, and the spirit world are definitely going to help wherever they can. But I've been developing over the last maybe 3 or 4 years, where I know that some people are still waiting 20-25 years later for their communicator to come through and show that they're there. And so I had to start looking at this. I had to start understanding, why would someone's son not come through? Why would someone's daughter not come through? Why would someone's dad not come through? And usually it's down to the safety net. That's what we use within mediumship. Because when you go to a demonstration, we all see the granny that loved baking cakes and wore a pinny and was lovely to absolutely everyone. That's easy. That's a nice easy statement. It's there, here I go, and I'll go with it. And for the safety of the mind of the medium, they're just in abundance there, aren't they? I mean, most people have lost their nan, or certainly someone of that generation, and so it's very free to have and go with. However, there's many people that have lost young people, you know, maybe from 1 to 25. And then we're not so sure, as the medium, we're not so sure about giving that information out. It may be a cancer, it may be a drug overdose, it may be a murder, it may be absolutely anything whatsoever. We do not know. And that's much more difficult in front of an audience of, I think there was about 80 people here at this particular one, and go out with something along those lines. So at the Q&A, she asked why that had happened, and it is simply because the medium doesn't trust their own mind. It's much easier to go for it with the nana, with the granddad or the mum or the dad. Much more difficult to go for the younger ones, or the more out there passing conditions. And we're a little bit edgy, and I totally understand why that happens. However, once you've got used to doing it, it becomes much more free in the mind. You can access that kind of information much more comfortably. You feel safe because you've got trust in your ability, your skill set, in what you've been developing, so then maybe go with it. Again, in a one-to-one sitting, that's a little bit different. Now, there is a huge argument with this, and I know some of my friends disagree with what I claim to be able to do, and so it's going to sit on the fence. I'm not here to argue about it or fight for it or anything like that, because I do it every single time. And in my own client base, when people book in, see a one-to-one, or have a one-to-one with me is simply because they've heard that I can go and get the person that they want to have. Now I can't guarantee it, but it hasn't failed as yet. And so people will come in and say, you know, I want my son or I want my daughter in that scenario. And then I just ask the spirit world to present that person forward, and it seems to be the person that they've been waiting for to go with that, because I trust my team, I trust my mediumship, I trust the development that I've put in, and then I express the information that I'm getting. Now the argument is I can get that psychically. The argument is that you walk into a room, you've lost your son, it will be in your energy that you've lost your son, I can get the information psychically. However, I cannot get it psychically when I'm having a full communication. So okay mate, you tell me how you drowned. Okay, so you've left the nightclub that's by a river and you've got into a bit of a scuffle and you've fallen unconscious and you've rolled into the water and drowned. Okay, what day was that? Then I've got the day, then I've got the road and what they were doing and what they had to drink and the friends that were with them. This is communication. I'm asking, I'm getting the answers, and then I give it off. That's not going to be in the psychic energy there, so that's eliminated. Then there's one that always sticks in my mind, and there's only so much detail I can give in this example, but I remember I was in Marbella and an Asian woman walked in and she said, I heard that you can get anyone that I want from it. She was a little bit arrogant with it, but she turned out to be lovely, but it puts you under a little bit of pressure. And she said, so I want my friend, go get my friend. She sat down, she crossed her arms. That was it. She didn't do anything else. So her friend stepped forward. Her friend was a 40-year-old woman. This woman was 60 years old. So immediately my mind was like, ooh, your friend's 20 years younger than you. Is that right? I don't know if it's right. I know it's right. They're giving me the information. And she's been shot 3 times in the car. And she's got 2 kids in the car with her as well. Yes. So they're the kind of things that that we can do if we open up our mind. You've got to understand that the spirit world is a world of intelligence. You cannot stand on a platform and preach how intelligent the spirit world is and then not deliver that intelligence. If they want their mum and they walk in and they express that, then mum will turn up. Why wouldn't mum turn up? Why wouldn't mum give the information? Why wouldn't that happen? And it's through the misunderstanding or the bad teaching or not understanding the mechanics that this intelligence will give that to the person in front. They will give it a voice, and it just so happens that I am that voice. Therefore, if I remove my mind and remove my failings or my weaknesses, and I put my faith and my trust in my mediumship and my team, then of course they're going to deliver every single time. So the simple answer here, which is gonna upset people, and I really don't want to upset people, it will offend their ego, it'll offend their teachers or whatever it'll be, but the failing is the medium. The medium is the vessel or the instrument that's there in that environment, whether it be the public demonstration or the one-to-one sitting. But it's the medium's failing, it's the medium's mind that cannot access that. I've been to maybe 600-700 demonstrations in the last 10 years maybe. Yeah, last 10 years. And my sister has come through once. And I had an amazing relationship with that. And the simple fact for that, behind that is the nanas, the mums, the dads and all of that, it's just easier and freer to go and have, because there is a weird passing scenario where my sister's story would unfold. So it's the failing of the medium in whichever context you want to take that, in their development, in their understanding, in the not trusting or the faith aspects of their religion or their understanding of that intelligence in the spirit world, to not receive that information. What really annoys me is they say or blame the spirit world for not fulfilling in that sense. Hence why we do the video today. So I know that that's gonna upset a few of you, and I really don't mean to upset you. It's just so we got the understanding for the clients that are out there, the understanding why they haven't received that communicator as yet. But it's as simple as that, I'm afraid. So thanks for watching. like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell, and I look forward to doing the next video with you. Thank you.